Hello, and welcome to the Business Success Cafe. My name is Cassidy Demers, and I'm head barista over here at the cafe. Savvy business owners know that it is sometimes the smallest tweaks that generate the biggest results in your business. And that's why today's topic is how to identify and remove bottlenecks within your business. Now, I've invited Dan LeFave here to teach you. He and I were talking about how quickly this 20 minutes is going to go by, and he has a lot he wants to teach you. I'm going to give him a quick introduction, and then he's going to get started. Dan LeFave generated millions in income before he turned 30. And he has a unique behind-the-scenes perspective of strategic planning, processes, and business automation. Dan discovered the simple nuances that make the biggest difference in the success of a small business, one that profits year over year versus those that struggle and stay small. Now, he helps business owners, successful small business owners, establish self-managing businesses by upgrading their skill set, their mindset, and their systems. Now, this allows them to scale to 7 figures and beyond in half the time guaranteed. Dan, this is such an important topic for small business owners who are struggling, and I'm really glad you're here. But that 20-minute clock, it is ticking down. Let's do this, shall we?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having me, Kathy. All right. So here's the thing. We need to look at what we need to do to accomplish our goals. And there's 2 parts to it. And it's called the math and the mindset. And I want to talk about the math first. So the math is how you set your goals. You establish your key motivators and create roadmaps to keep you on track to achieve them and to know exactly what to do to scale your business. While the mindset is how you stay motivated, have mental alignment so that you project your self-confidence and keep your attention on your goals and your ideal lifestyle going into each day. So it's really that simple. So let's get started. So I'd like to talk with you about your freedom. I'd like to talk with you about your long-term impact on yourself and on your business and your lifestyle and your income. Just imagine having your business running so smoothly that you're not only doing the things you absolutely love doing when you love doing them. Imagine what it would be like to have your own business growing and feeling in control and certain about your success. To finally earn the money that you want for your dream lifestyle, for your family, and for your future security. Imagine having the secret formula for a 6 or 7 figure business. Well, that's what you're going to get here today. So after 20 years of research and studying, I've created a system that I call the strategic formula for scaling your business. And there are 5 steps to this formula. And so the formula is this. Step 1 is understanding and unplugging from your inner resistance. Step 2 is investing your mental currency wisely. We'll talk more about that in a minute. And step 3 is creating strategic motivations. Step 4 is about implementing daily practices. And step 5 is about installing habits that stick. So these are the same strategies that I use with my clients to help them to reach levels of income they've never seen before. So let's go through this one step at a time. So step 1 is about how to unplug your mind from the inner resistance that's holding you back and keeping you the same. So if we cut open your skull, I know it's a bit gory, but we would find little wrinkles in your mind that represent resistance, habits, and limitations. Now, let's say those wrinkles were like a dress shirt. You wouldn't wear that dress shirt without ironing it first. So that's exactly what we're focusing on today, how you can iron out the roadblocks in your mind and move forward towards your goals and achievements. And what I'm going to do is to guide you to determine the best way to rearrange your mental furniture. And if you're ready to do so, let's get started. So here's a little bit about where this originated. When I was growing up, my father was a butcher. So he opened up a butcher shop. And we were all involved in the family business, and it was all about working hard. We were open 6 days a week. And even when I was a teenager in school, I was put to work in the store a few nights a week and all day Saturday. During the summers, I worked 5 days a week and sometimes 6. And my parents grew up on farms, and they had a poverty mindset, and that was all passed on to them. My mother bought the cheapest clothes, when it came to food, we didn't waste anything. Our plates were always wiped clean, and nothing was thrown out. And no one in my family but me graduated from high school and university, and only 6 out of my 60 to 70 cousins graduated from university. And only my uncle, Henry, succeeded in getting his business and mindset organized and became wealthy. So, that's what I was stuck with. So let's move on to step 2. So step 2 is all about how to use your mind effectively to get you what you want by consistently and consciously directing your thoughts towards your goal. And most of us know that Thomas Edison was able to invent the light bulb because he used the power of his mind and focused his undivided attention on creating it. And we have the same potential that Edison did. And the only problem is that most of us don't use it or know how to use it. We train domestic animals so carefully, to listen to us and do whatever we want. And we harness the forces of nature to serve us, like building reservoirs to hold fresh water. Yet when it comes to ourselves, the most valued of all, we let our thoughts run wild. Think of your daily thoughts as a mental currency. They are like heat-sinking missiles speeding towards a target with precision. So instead of using physical currency, money, to buy something, your thoughts are doing all your buying. Make sense? So here's the thing. You are choosing what you want just by giving your constant attention to certain things every day. And many times we have chronic thoughts about things going wrong, and especially lately. And most often, that's exactly what happens. And here's the thing, you wouldn't buy something you don't want with your hard-earned money, would you? So why do we waste our mental currency so poorly and let our thoughts run wild? Why is that? And here's the problem. You can't attain your goals and ambitions until you learn to discipline your mental force and control your thinking. And you can't truly be successful before your mind is in order. So here's how it works. This is what Dr. Joseph Murphy taught us. Thoughts repeated regularly and systematically sink into the subconscious mind and become habitual. One thought leads to another, with each thought being a down payment towards an eventual outcome. And your results in life are due to a combination of your dominant thoughts being added up over time. But most of us are unaware of the damage we're doing to ourselves and our dream lifestyle. The problem is that we have stinking thinking, and so we get stinking results. So not only do we have to watch our mouth, but we also have to monitor our thoughts as well, which means no more worry, no more stewing, no more blaming, no more guilt, no more judgments. All your thoughts combined, unfortunately, this is the truth, all your thoughts combined add up and become an investment in a future outcome, right?
Dan, as you were talking about this, a thought just came to my mind. Most of us as small business owners, we really focus our thinking and our thoughts on the financial aspects of our investments. Where are we going to spend money on advertising? Where are we going to get our revenue coming from? But when you think, as you've mentioned here, as thoughts as down payment and investment in the outcome that we want, it really makes sense to focus some of that time and energy on figuring out what investments do we want to make here? What are we doing that's hurting our business? So that light bulb just went off. I wanted to mention that.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And the thing is, Steve Jobs said it best. He said, we can always connect the dots looking backwards. So unless we're creating the milestones to move towards, we are not going to ever achieve what we want. And we have to use our thoughts to get there. So
Great. Thank you.
Absolutely. So yeah, as I was saying, our thoughts all combine and become an investment in towards a future outcome. So the easiest way to know what you're thinking about and investing in the most is to look at the people and things that you have in your life. So let's just do that right now. So take a quick inventory of your relationships and the things you have in your life. Do you have a strong relationships with your spouse, with your friends, with your mentors, with your colleagues and neighbors? Do you have a strong health and feel energized most of the time? Do you have a house that you want to live in and thrive to grow in? Do you have the environment that you love? Depending on your response to these questions, you can easily identify where you're consistently investing your thoughts by what's going on in your life, the people in your life, your health and well-being, the environment you live in. Some people buy used cars while others buy new ones. I like having the newest safety features, so I get new vehicles every 3 to 4 years. And that's what I've done for the past 20 years. Unfortunately, if I had to learn from my father, he bought used vehicles all the time and I didn't follow that path. So think of it this way. Life isn't happening to you. Life is responding to you. And if you can just recognize the feedback that you're receiving from the people in the world around you, you'll be able to shift things and make things better. And there are ways to get your thoughts under control and direct them towards the things in your life that are the most important to you, like the success of your business and your relationships. So I call this orderly thinking. And it's what I teach my clients, and so that they don't fall victim to the problems that most people are experiencing today. So let's move on to step 3. So step 3 is all about creating strategic motivations that keep you on track with your goals. And if you have goals for your business success this year, that's great. But what about the reasons behind your goals that are keeping you motivated? Without them, you might just quit or check out and watch Netflix or something. I call these key motivators. Your key motivators are the underlying reasons why you are focusing and working so hard on achieving your goals. And they are things like, going on vacations with your family. These are memorable moments that we all love. Having more free time or enjoying the look and feel of your home. They are things that money can buy. And when you have a 6 or 7-figure business, it makes it easier to buy the things you want, right? So think of your key motivators. They become a part of your roadmap that leads to your goals. And without them, you may lose energy and not continue persisting towards your goals with momentum. Just imagine having goals and key motivators that back you up and keep you on track. It would be like riding a magic carpet of momentum. Virtually nothing could stop you if you're self-empowered and self-motivated to keep going. And once you connect intellectually and emotionally with your key motivators, which is something I love to teach, you'll be virtually unstoppable. So step 4, let's talk about that. Step 4 is all about organizing and empowering your goals with practices and habits. Until your goals are actualized, they're just thoughts, right? So how do you get them out of your head and into reality? You see, thoughts become untangled as they pass through your lips and over pencil tips. That's why we have psychologists. And you need to get them out of your head and somewhere where you can see them and work on them and measure them. Otherwise, they're just floating around in there whimsically doing whatever they do. So we are creatures of habit. In fact, most of us are about 90% habit and only 10% creative. So it seems like months and years go by so fast because the more habitual we become, and the less creative we are. And this is because of things like technology, like smartphones, and we lose track of what matters to us most. So one of the most important habits you can form is doing first things first and second things never. What I mean by this is that when you have a list of things that you want to accomplish for the day, you start by highlighting the highest lifetime value tasks first, like your fitness, your relationships with your family, and your income to support your ideal lifestyle. And then you proceed to put the focus on those tasks and do them first, early in the day, early in the week, before anything else. And you need a list of things that you want to accomplish for the day. So you start by highlighting the highest lifetime value tasks, like I said, your fitness, your relationships, your family, and your income. And then you put all of your attention on those first thing during the week and during the day. So most of us have a natural tendency to put off the hard things for fear of what we won't, that we won't be good enough or strong enough to complete them. And then our lazy brain kicks in and directs us to take the path of least resistance by doing the easier things on our list. We have to eat the big frog first, if you ever heard that saying. And here's what we do. We tell ourselves, I'll get to this later. I can fit this in later. In reality, when we procrastinate on tasks that could result in the greatest satisfaction or money, we are saying no to those things with our mindset, but we don't recognize that. And being a 6 or 7-figure business owner doesn't happen by accident. There are definite practices and habits that business owners do, and they do them consistently, and they leave breadcrumbs, so we should follow their lead. So today's distractions, we know what they are, right? They're primarily smartphones and technology related, and it's just all irrelevant information. And it doesn't help us grow our business. So there are two ways to avoid these distractions. Firstly, you must stand guard at the door of your mind and block all information that doesn't contribute to the success of your business. And it could be things like Facebook feeds and daily news. Those are the easiest ones to cut out and take off your list. Secondly, we must consistently feed our minds with the right information that will cause us to achieve our goals with the least amount of effort and with the greatest success. Take the path of least obstacles instead of the path of least resistance. And consistency is the key to success. So start today by blocking at least one source of unproductive information like news media, and then feed your mind for 30 minutes with a book or audiobook or video or training like this one. These are the simple solutions. So let's move on to step 5. So step 5, here's the truth. The truth is that today's leaders understand the importance of me time. So can you guess what the number one way today's business leaders take their me time? Give up? Well, they have a daily morning success ritual. Successful business owners understand the importance of collecting themselves first and taking care of their own needs first. For example, with just 15 minutes, you could do exercise, yoga, or meditation every morning, and not only to take time for yourself, but to collect yourself before you tackle your hectic day. So you develop your willpower, your strength. Did you know that not exercising is a depressant? That's not many people have heard that before. But a healthy breakfast and plenty of sleep are important to your success. But what separates successful people from others is that they take advantage of their morning hours when they're at their most productive. Solid morning rituals are essential to having a great day instead of a crazy day. And it all starts with waking up early and doing a consistent practice. And once you have a little control over your willpower, then you can invest it and create habits so that you don't need to use your willpower anymore. You do the action automatically. It's a habit. You don't have to think about it because it just happens, and you can free up your willpower again to create another powerful habit. And as you get better at exerting your willpower and developing new habits, you create paths of least obstacles because you don't have to think about it anymore. You've carved a path. So here's what Emerson said. He said that we become what we think about. And these words have been passed down, and we have to realize that, if we're becoming what we think about, we have to focus our time and attention and thoughts on what we want. So now that you have this information, all you got to do is make your plan for getting to a 6 or 7 figure business and master your mindset, and then there's no stopping you. I know that sounds simple. So, here's the thing. I've been supporting business owners in this industry for the past 8+ years. And what I've learned from people who have failed in the past and are breaking through records in their businesses is that mental clarity and alignment is the key. So when you see the 5 steps for mastering your mindset to scale to a 6 or 7 figure business with ease, you'll see how easy this can be done. So here's a key. It's not how smart you are. It's how you are smart. That's what we have to realize today. It's not about being smart. It's not book smart. You have to be really smart at what you do and what you think about and where you focus your attention. And it's not how much you can do. It's about how you can let go of old, unfinished business, stop doing old things, and make space and start doing new things so that you invite in new opportunities to show up in your life and your business. Otherwise, it's just a total day of reaction and not being proactive. Reactionary people get the leftovers while proactive people get what they want. So I've created a 5-step program that shows you exactly how to master your mindset by letting go of the old stories, your old narrative. And this will help you hit 6 and 7 figures in your business. So in this program, I teach you the way to move through life and scale your business with the least amount of obstacles. We're clearing the path. We're getting things out of the way. And I also teach you how to clear your mental clutter that's keeping your business stalled and staying small. I mean, it's like having rent-free space in your mind that, it's just underutilized. And I also teach you the secret system to free up a lot of mental and emotional energy that's keeping you from having a 6 or 7 figure business and sustain it with less effort, practices, and habits to grow your business with less stress and effort. And I also show you the secrets to having an unending river of clients and money coming into your life as a result of this practice. So this is a 5-step program that's called Live Without Limitations. It's in 5 easy steps that help you get more control over your life so that you can get more of what you want from it. And it sells for $397, but it's yours for only $47 for a limited time only, thanks to Kathy. I may be generous, but I'm not crazy. And, this is for a limited time. So the question I have for you, if this is resonating with you, and if you feel like you could get your thoughts and your mindset under control and take advantage of the power that you have and live the life that you're capable of, then I suggest that you do what you need to do to get this now, put it into place, put it to work, and take your life to the next level. Here's the thing. If not now, when? When would be the right time for you to do this work and to unleash your power?
Dan, I want to remind people of something you said right back towards the beginning, because I wrote it down and it's really had me thinking. If a person had a dog, we would not allow our dog to run wild. We just wouldn't. We would invest some significant time and energy in making sure that dog was, behaving the way we wanted him to. And yet so many of us just ignore our thoughts and where they're taking us. And we end up, excuse the mixed metaphor, working like a dog instead of investing in making sure that those tweaks in how we approach things and how we think about things are serving us. I also want to thank you, Dan, for being so darn generous with my people. For a $47 investment, this is going to make some serious changes in people's businesses. There's no way it can't. So I want to encourage everyone to just hop on over to businesssuccess.com/no limits and get in on this while you can. Because as I said right at the beginning, it is the smallest tweaks that make the biggest change. And it can be easy and effortless and get us what we want in life, in our businesses and outside of our businesses. Dan, you've been so generous. Thank you once again. I appreciate you more than you know.
Thank you, Kathy. It's been an honor and a pleasure.